My little brother stood up at his high school graduation party and told 40 people I was just his roommate with a savings account. So I became exactly that. I was 24 when our mom died. He was 13. I dropped out of my master's program, took a job I hated, and moved us into a 2-bedroom apartment so he wouldn't end up in the system. 5 years of packed lunches, parent-teacher meetings, teaching him to drive in empty parking lots. At the party, I raised a glass and said I was proud of him, that raising him was the honor of my life. He rolled his eyes in front of everyone. "You didn't raise me. You're my brother, not my dad. Honestly, you're basically just a roommate with a savings account. Stop making my life about you." People laughed awkwardly. Our aunt stared at her plate. In my jacket pocket was an envelope with a receipt inside. His first semester of college, paid in full. I'd been saving for 3 years. I slid it back into my pocket and nodded. "You're right. I'm just your roommate. My mistake." He looked satisfied. Finally. The next morning, he asked for a ride to his shift at the sporting goods store. "Roommates don't do rides," I said, drinking my coffee. "There's a bus stop 2 blocks down." He laughed like I was joking. He stopped laughing when the bus made him 40 minutes late. That week, his phone got shut off. He came to me holding it like a dead bird. "The plan got canceled?" "No," I said. "Your line got removed from my plan. Roommates don't share family plans. Weird that you were even on it." He had to put down a deposit for his own prepaid line. Then came the car insurance renewal. I'd been paying his portion since he got licensed. I took him off the policy. "You can't just do that," he said, panicking. "I did. Roommates aren't on each other's insurance. That's actually kind of strange when you think about it." He had to park the car until he could afford his own coverage. He couldn't. His college housing application needed a cosigner. He slid the papers across the kitchen table like he always did with school forms. I slid them back. "This asks for a parent or guardian. I'm neither. You made that public. Who am I supposed to ask? Dad's got a phone number. Somewhere in Nevada, last I heard. He hadn't spoken to our father in 6 years. Neither had I. When his girlfriend's parents invited his family to dinner, I declined. I'm not his family in that way. I'm his roommate. It would be weird if I came. She later asked him why his brother hated him. He didn't have an answer. The breaking point came in August. His financial aid got flagged and the school needed documentation from a legal guardian within 72 hours or his enrollment would be canceled. He called me from the registrar's office, voice cracking, and I heard him tell the woman at the desk, "My brother handles this stuff. He's basically my dad." "Basically?" I said into the phone. "That's news to me. Per your graduation speech, I'm a roommate with a savings account. Roommates don't sign guardianship documents." "Please," he whispered. "Please, I can't lose this. Sounds like a problem for your actual family," I said, and hung up. He came home that night and sat down across from me, and for the first time since the funeral, he cried. Really cried. "You're my dad," he said. "You've been my dad since I was 13. You went to my games. You signed my report cards. You slept in a chair when I had my tonsils out." I said that stuff because my friends were there and I felt like a charity case and I hated it. "I'm sorry. Please fix this." I let the silence sit for a second. "That's kind of you. But I think the roommate arrangement is working. Cleaner boundaries, less confusion." The color drained out of his face, and that's when I couldn't do it anymore. "Kid, I faxed the documents this afternoon. Called the registrar before you even left campus." I pulled the envelope out of the drawer where it had been sitting since June and pushed it across the table. "Tuition's been paid since spring. I was going to give you this at your party." He opened it and just stared. "I shouldn't have dragged it out this long," I said. "That was petty and I knew better. But you gutted me in front of everyone we know, and adults have feelings too, even roommates." He came around the table and hugged me so hard my chair scraped the floor. "Thanks, Dad," he said into my shoulder. First time he ever called me that. Worth every year.